Hey, everybody, real quick, who is this show for? This episode is for people who are tired of being controlled by systems that profit from their pain. We're speaking directly to those battling with diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, come on, chronic inflammation, autoimmune disease. Is that you? You know someone? Go ahead and send this to them. The 5 most common illnesses that starts with what's on your plate. All of that is food related. All of that is food related. All of that is food related. No, the record is not skipping. It's for anyone ready to take back their health, break free from addiction, and stop living as a customer in the sickness industry. If that's you or someone you love, share this with them. Share this with them because healing starts with truth, and truth's going to start right here tonight. Let's talk about food is information. That's what we need to understand. What's on your plate is information. So watch this here. Let's walk through the grocery store because I thought of this.
God.
We're building your family's dinner. Come on now, let's think about it. Smothered pork chops, gravy from scratch. I did it from scratch. I don't know about you. Gravy from scratch. Ooh, and we had some onions, huh? Now, keep in mind, you use flour to thicken that gravy when you're doing it from scratch. Then I used to have some white rice. I even had a whole rice cooker. Come on, white rice that I used to pour that gravy over and with some onions. Come on now. Then you might have some green beans with some smoked turkey over in it. Now that's one meal. Or maybe some people, something quick, fast, and in a hurry. You did a meatloaf and you put that ketchup glaze over it. You know what I'm talking about. Mashed potatoes. Did you do the box or you actually peel? I ran into a lady at the store. I was picking up some instant potatoes. She said, "Baby, are you married?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Why you giving that man some dry flakes out of a box?" She made me start peeling potatoes since then. All right. Yes. And then what mashed potatoes, peas and carrots, something like that. That's normal. That's our comfort. That's our tradition. But that's also data, however you choose to say it. White rice, that is a refined starch, rapid glucose spike, mashed potatoes, high glycemic load, insulin surge. Come on. Gravy, thickened with flour. That's even more refined starch, more glucose layered on top. Ketchup as the base. I don't care how you did it. The concentrated sugar is what it is. Now we're going to combine the starch and the fat, all of that in one sitting. Your insulin stays elevated longer. And insulin's job is simple. What is it supposed to do? Move the energy from that food into your bloodstream and into your cells. Y'all, it's kind of hard to do that. The kind of day that you are doing, described in what I just said, insulin never gets a break. Never. That's where we come up with the insulin resistance. The insulin this your insulin all day, all day, all day, all day, all day, working from breakfast to bedtime. That last snack right before you went to bed, that last sip of that sweet soda, any of that, over time, the cells stop responding efficiently. So the body produces more insulin to get the exact same job done. That's insulin resistance. You're not broken. It's not broken. It's overworked. And when insulin stays elevated, the message to the body is simple. Store it, inflame you, and repeat again tomorrow because you might even ate some of the leftovers. Food is not just dinner. It is the instructions to your body. That's how you communicate with the inside of your body. Let me say this. Hey, everybody. My name is Gie Brown, Gie Brown, the Lifestyle Changer, and I am the founder of Lifestyle Changer 90. I am a certified nutritionist in the standard American diet, and we can stop the show right now because I'm telling you, don't do it. All right. Let me add this. I am not a medical doctor. I am a woman who was once on high blood pressure medicine, once inflamed, once metabolically confused and unhealthy, once told my labs were normal, while my body was not. How many of you end up going and then they tell you, oh, you got normal labs, and you waddling out the door? Where did they get that from? I was introduced to, no, wait, even better than that. I love to tell people this part. I went vegan. Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was at the height of the food chain. I had finally made it to a vegan. Now, I wasn't raw vegan, but I was a vegan. I did that for 4.5 years. But guess what? My numbers were the same. My body said otherwise. I was introduced to an all meat approach. I did zero research, unlike what you guys are watching in regards to me and how we come on and we talk with you and all of that. I did no research, none whatsoever. On May 26th of 2023, I made the switch. Today, I am medication free. My markers, everything about me is stabilized. My weight is stabilized. I eat what I want to eat. I don't do this up and down. I don't, at the end of the day, ooh, I think I ate too many hamburgers. It don't matter. I'm not picking up weight. My mind is clear, and I did not have to do any fad diets. Come on, no shakes, no egg diet, no cabbage diet, no 10-day cleanse, none of that. Nope, not even the fresh genetically modified fruit juices that we do to spike our blood sugar that we call healthy. I got here eating real food, real good food too, y'all. One ingredient items. Come on, food that your body can actually recognize. Your body almost could read the words. It knows MEAT, huh? Food that stabilizes you instead of stimulating you, even though I know I seem hyped. The kind of food that tastes so good that you're already looking forward to your next meal. Not because you are addicted, but because you are nourished. The difference. That is the difference. I am nourished. I am not having sugar crashes. I am not here to make anyone change. If you like how your body is, you like your medical diagnosis, you like just taking that medication, I'm good with that. I'm here to share my lived experience, my metabolic truth, and what happens when you change the information that you are giving your body. Because I told you, food is the information. Now, the contrast with that, and Robyn is going to share, because Robyn and I eat beef, meat, you can say meat, salt, water, butter, egg. If it had a mama, we do it. And what is that message that we're giving our body? We're telling it to stabilize, burn, repair, sleep deeper. Food is signaling us. And tonight, that is what we're asking. How this question was actually asked on our last episode. And so we're giving it to you tonight. How to start the basic carnivore diet without crashing. Because when you get off those sugars, a crash can possibly happen. So, Robyn, when someone changes that signaling quickly, like starting tomorrow, that's when they say they're crashing. But what's actually happening inside of the body?
Well, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Hey, Sister Girl. If you are new here or if you are returning, we are so thankful that you are here with us tonight. This show is great. For those who have been carnivore for a while, for those who are just thinking about it, considering it, maybe you're worried about starting because you heard that you're going to crash, right? My name is Robyn Herron, and I am your carnivorous grandma. I am also certified in nutrition in the standard American diet, and we do not recommend it. We do not recommend it. I'm also a KILTS certified health coach. Through my coaching practice, which is called CG Health Coaching LLC, I help people understand how their daily food choices influence long-term metabolic health. When's the last time your doctor talked to you about your metabolic health? Okay, so for many of us, the question is not whether food matters, because it does, but we want to understand how our body is responding when the signal finally changes. All right. So when you have spent years eating a high carbohydrate, oh, wait a minute. First of all, let me tell y'all, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel that you're watching, and then go over and subscribe to the other one of us. Okay. All right. Thank you. Good. All right. So when you spent years eating a high carbohydrate diet, your body
Mhm.
is adapted to a constant stream of glucose and insulin signaling. G just talked about it. All this tap, 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 the insulin is doing, right? It's doing that all day long because we're constantly eating carbohydrates. So when your carbohydrates drop, your body begins to recalibrate several major systems at the same time.
Mhm.
So that adjustment can be what people define or call as crashing, right? So tonight
Mhm.
we're going to go ahead and break that down, talk about what's actually happening inside the body and how to transition intelligently. Okay. So when somebody reduces your carbohydrates, several things happen. First of all, we deplete our glycogen stores. So the body stores glycogen, which is sugar, in the liver and the muscles as glycogen. So glucose is stored in the liver and muscles as glycogen. Each gram of glycogen holds water. All right. So you hear us talking about water weight. I got water weight. I got inflammation, right? When we drop our carbohydrates, our
Mhm.
glycogen stores empty. That water releases from our body. So you hear a lot of people talking about when I went carnivore, my inflammation immediately reduced. That's
Mhm.
because you're releasing a lot of water and the weight can come off really quickly. So sometimes people will lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds really, really fast. They see an early drop on the scale and they think that they are losing fat immediately. But in reality, our first shift is the stored carbohydrate, that stored glycogen, leaving the body along with the water that's attached to it. All right.
Mhm.
So reducing our inflammation and water weight. The second thing that happens is that our electrolytes shift, right?
Mhm.
So insulin helps the kidneys retain sodium. When you drop your insulin levels, your kidneys begin releasing sodium more freely. Do you need sodium? Yes, you do. I want you to think about this. If you go to the hospital today
Tell them,
with
Robyn.
any kind of problem, what's the first thing they're going to do? They're going to put you on a sodium drip, right? So, yes, you definitely do need sodium. As your sodium leaves your body, it pulls along other minerals with it, including our potassium, magnesium, and we just talked about that water, right? Water weight, right?
Mhm.
So when we don't replace those minerals, a lot of times people will experience what we term a crash or a keto flu or a carnivore flu. It's like a headaches, fatigue, you get weakness, dizziness, you feel like you have the flu, right? Heart palpitations can come into play. It is because your minerals have been imbalanced, right? So
Mhm.
this is a mineral management issue. And so we recommend mineral replacement, right? So we recommend that you take your electrolytes. There she goes with our plain, unflavored electrolytes:
Unflavored.
sodium, magnesium, and potassium. And I know she's going to talk about keto flu, but keto flu is completely avoidable if you
Mhm.
supplement with electrolytes, okay? So the third thing is that we have insulin recalibration, right? So when you've been eating a high carb way of eating for years, your body is accustomed to constant tapping, insulin signaling, right? Your glucose is up, the insulin keeps rushing out. I like to think of it like Pac-Mans that come out to chase down that glucose and stuff it into your fat cells.
Yep.
So it's constantly tapping from insulin. If you constantly tap on something, pretty soon you're going to start to ignore that, right? You're going to ignore that tapping because it is just annoying. So what that is called insulin resistance. So when your carbohydrates drop, that insulin level starts to fall. Then the most amazing thing is that your body begins to be able to access the fat that has been stored on your body and utilize that as fuel instead of glucose, right? So your cells over time can gradually improve their insulin sensitivity as that tapping slows down and stops that constant tapping. Your cells can become back more insulin sensitive. But that metabolic adjustment does take time. So the brain can also shift and does also shift toward utilization of ketones for fuel. So ketones, what are they? They're fuel molecules that are produced when the body burns fat. And your body cannot burn fat in the presence of high sugar and high insulin. It will not burn fat. It will continue to store fat on your body. All right. So during the transition period, as you have these three things happen, you can experience mental fog, irritability, cravings. Okay, so we're going to experience cravings because we are addicted to sugar. Hello, somebody. We are addicted to sugar. So cravings, but those go away. They really, really do. Temporary fatigue. So as ketone production rises, the brain begins using fuel efficiently. Many people report improved mental clarity. We all talk about it, the carnivore zen, how your brain feels so good on ketones. So most people don't fail carnivore. They simply begin the transition without understand what their body's actually doing. And so,
Mhm.
Gie, if we want people to transition intelligently, what does that look like exactly?
I know how to start basic carnivore. It was something that you were saying, and it's like that tapping that once that insulin rests, you're trying to lose fat, but your body can't release fat. It's almost like the fat would have to jump the line, and you can't do that. You really have to reduce that sugar and everything that Robyn said in regards to the water weight. You know, doggone well, you done lost water weight, and then you try to not drink as much water, thinking what that gave you the weight. No, listen, this thing it's good. So first we remove the obvious. What is the obvious? I'm sorry, you have to stop the sugars. That's the thing that mainly people want to bypass. I listened to someone today explain to me the diet of someone that was on a different cruise. They weren't giving out, they didn't give me no names or anything. They was just talking about there were so many things that they couldn't have. It had to be gluten free, and they couldn't have, the only seed oil they could have was olive oil. And they were naming these different things. I'm a certified nutritionist. I knew everything that he was saying. He repeated from the people. What you try to do is find a way to continue to eat. You're trying to find the best worst. That's what you're trying to do. All of that is bad. But you're trying, yeah, but I've lost some weight. If you are medication free, metabolically healthy, meaning your waistline is where it should be, and you have up, then have at it. Have at it. But if not,
And your
you
blood pressure. Don't forget about blood pressure. That blood pressure needs to be normal without
that
medication.
without medication. No, no, you need to be off everything, right? And if you are a type 1 diabetic, I understand. But you can also reduce that insulin take by 80% by eating this way. There's some days you probably won't even need insulin. I'm just saying. You have to let go of those liquid calories. What you don't realize is that when you are drinking the coffee, the frappe, the Starbucks, um, the lemonades, the Arnold Palmers, I'm naming the Diet Cokes, all of these natural flavored type drinks and stuff that you're doing, that goes straight to your bloodstream. Yeah, do not pass go, do not collect $200. It goes straight to you. So while you're sitting there and they come, when you're at a restaurant and they come and fill up your sweet tea and you're drinking, that went straight to your bloodstream. You are already out and your food has not arrived yet. Those processed snacks sitting at your desk, they gotta go. They gotta go. That bread, that pasta. Some people told me, I can't give up pound cake. My auntie make the best pound cake ever. Have at it. That's what you want to do. We're not here to convince you. We're here sharing some information. The people that we're reaching are those that are trying to make a difference in their life. That's it. All right. And here's another thing: we don't undereat. There's no calorie counting. You want 6 hamburgers? Eat the 6 hamburgers. Because here's what happens with the meat. You ate those 6 today, you probably can't even eat 6 tomorrow. It's almost like your body. What would you say, Robyn? Yeah, you're full.
Satiated. You are satiated.
Yeah. If you eat enough protein and you salt your food and you hydrate, that's it. That is it. Second thing you want to do is stabilize before you push. So the first 10 to 14 days are not about workouts. They're not about regulation. All right. This is you. This is just a thought of you changing your diet. You're going from eating salad, drinking fresh vegetable juice, and that can be kind of bitter. All right. That on going to the gym, all of that. That's not what we're talking about right now. You know, when they say diet and exercise, right now, I just need you to get your food right. That's it. When I was showing about the electrolytes, this has 1,000 milligrams of sodium. I do this every day. Ask me where my blood pressure is. Sometimes they both just double digits, 99 over 62. I take in 1,000 milligrams of sodium every day. Just in this, that has nothing to do with me salting my food. Today, I had 2 of these. This also has potassium and magnesium in it. There's nothing wrong with my blood pressure. If I had everything out, I would go ahead and take it while we right here. This lets my body recalibrate. All right. The third thing, I personally use technology. I don't guess at what my body is doing. I track. Some people can't track. I track. It is not forever. This isn't. This is not forever. You don't have to, because once you get it, it's just second nature to you now. Okay. You can, your morning weight, my sleep quality, and my energy. If available, right now I'm wearing a glucose monitor, the CGM. Yep. I'm wearing one. I'm only going to do it for 2 weeks. And the reason why is because I also eat butter. And I wanted to make sure that the butter was not spiking me, or if it did, I just really wanted to see. And the last thing I do is my own labs. I do them really more for you guys to share. So twice a year, I get blood work done. All right. I don't measure. If you don't measure what you are doing, this is what I meant to say. If you don't measure what you're doing, if you don't know what your blood pressure is, if you don't know what your fasting insulin is, if you don't know in regards to your glucose, you walking around thinking that you don't know what your testosterone is, you don't know what these different things are, you're around guessing. And then you say, I'm healthy. Are you? Have you really looked at your blood work? I ain't talking about going to a doctor that tells you that your labs are normal. That's not what I'm talking about. No, because when I ask that question, I say, when you say they normal to who? Other people who are metabolically sick? Because that's not what my labs represent. I don't make an assumption, right? Because that's when a lot of times, sometimes people can panic. No, I know if I am helping or harming my body step by step, and I have no fear in what I'm doing. I talk to people about this, and you have a hard time saying, but all meat? Yes, God gave you one organ in your body, a gallbladder. And the gallbladder is to process that fat that I'm telling you about. I ain't talking about eating no lean chicken. I don't. I eat a steak, lamb, all of that. But you want me to tell you what I don't eat? Greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, you name it. Okay, I had to throw that one in. Right. Those are the things that I do in the Lifestyle Changer 90-day program. I don't meet with you weekly. I teach you how to read your own body and the information. That's what I teach you. You will ask yourself, what took me so long? Oh my God, if I hear that one more time, it's like, is it really this easy? Yes, you use the data, you observe, and you implement. That's what I show you how to do. I am available daily inside of our Marco Polo group. You get Robyn and I both for accountability and guidance and balance. But the goal is literacy. You need to understand. Why would you want to walk around? You feel really good. And here's the thing, when you get your labs done and they're not metabolically how you need to be, then you make the pimp decision, huh? What are you going to do? Is that how you're going to stay waiting on the next old people disease to happen? Or you're going to go ahead and make a change before? Are you going to fix the roof before the leak comes in? You know the wood on the deck is shaky. Are you going to wait until your leg fall through? And then all of a sudden you got a big gash on it. Now you need stitches when all you had to do was take care of the wood in the beginning. I'm available with the daily nope. So you can live, oh my goodness. So you can live your life without depending on me forever. That is what my program is designed to do. Give you the tools and stuff that you need, that now you can turn around and spend your money on vacation and not medication. All right. So Robyn, where do
Yes.
you see people make the biggest mistake when they try this alone?
So I think the biggest mistake one of the biggest mistakes that people make is that they consider this calorie construct. I was going to say to cut the calories too low, but we don't really believe that calories, that our body works like how it has been described, that we're combusting, we're combusting calories. No, we're not a Bunsen burner, but not eating enough, really, right? So when you
Mhm.
reduce your carbohydrates and also reduce the amount of food or calories that you're eating at the same time, your body will increase its stress hormones. You are in a scenario where you're in a famine, right? So if you're in a
Mhm.
famine, your stress hormones are going to go through the roof because you need to go and find some food. And that's why you're going to be suffering with cravings and all those other things. So your body needs adequate energy. When we say eat until you are comfortably stuffed, that's what we mean. Don't worry about if it's 6 burger patties, like G said. Go on and eat the 6 burger patties. If you're not full when you get done eating that, eat something else. Eat some bacon with it. Eat some shrimp with it. Eat something with it. But
What
eat.
Frederick asked me the other day, girl, you got a tapeworm? You did, because
Right.
I was just really hungry. I wanted more
Mhm.
meat. And then all of a
Yes.
sudden, I don't.
Exactly. And so what we do find is that you can't eat like that all the time. You're going to find yourself naturally eating less when you
Mhm,
are eating a proper amount of food. We have been taught to starve ourselves. I'm
mhm,
the one who was on the yo-yo diet roller coaster. So I was the one who was up and down, trying to lose weight and kept gaining it back because I was always hungry. And we were always supposed to be just a little bit hungry. Not with this way of eating. We do not
mhm.
allow ourselves to be hungry. In fact, we say that hunger is your enemy. Eat enough. Eat to satiety. Okay. The second mistake is going to be avoiding salt and minerals that, like we just talked about. We were
Mhm.
taught to fear sodium. If you told somebody that you was going to have 1,000 milligrams of salt, even if you think about it now, are you like, oh my God, that sounds crazy. That's too much salt, too much sodium. Most of us are undersalted, not oversalted. And we need sodium. Again, if you go to the hospital today, they're going to put you on a sodium drip, a
And we're not
saline
talking
drip.
regular table salt.
Right, right. We're talking about sea salt, some good quality, high quality salt. Don't go
Mhm.
to the store and buy the Umbrella Girl salt, okay? Umbrella Girl salt has sugar in it, and we're telling you that you need to leave the sugar alone, right? So when you look at the back of the ingredients, does it say dextrose on the back of there? That's sugar. You don't need sugar in your salt. So we don't need to fear salt though either, right? So during the low carbohydrate transition, sodium is extremely important for maintaining fluid balance, supporting nerve and muscle function. So make sure that you're salting your food. Make sure that you're taking your electrolytes. And then the third mistake that people make is that they're trying to change too many things at once. Like they want to eat the whole elephant in one bite. Well, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We don't want to cut carbs and start fasting and increase our workouts and drop our caffeine and reduce our calories all simultaneously. We don't want to do all that at once, right? It can be overwhelming. It makes you feel stressed out. And then, you're already going through a very significant metabolic shift. So give your body the time to do that. And that's why we both have a 90-day program, right? So fourth thing is inconsistent signaling. I want you to think about this. Are you cheating? Are you biting, licking, and tasting your way back
The
to
BLT.
metabolic disorders? Back to metabolic disorder? Small amounts of carbohydrates added back frequently can keep your insulin elevated. Again, all that tapping. The insulin is tapping on the cells, and the cells are like, I am not letting you in because you're getting on my nerves, right? So don't cheat, okay? Don't cheat. And so we don't want to slow our body's transition. Like when you say, I've been on this for 3-4 months and I haven't gotten into ketosis, my question to you is going to be, what are you eating? Let's keep track of it for a while. Let's monitor it and see what it is. What are you having? What are you having to eat? What are you having to drink? Where are those hidden carbs slipping back in and causing you not to be able to get into ketosis? So the fifth mistake is going to be misunderstanding the timeline. Fat adaptation can take several weeks to months, right? As your body improves insulin sensitivity and becomes more efficient at burning fat for fuel. Our body, when we were born, our bodies were in ketosis, most of us, right? So our bodies know how to burn ketones for fuel. But all this glucose that we've been consuming causes our bodies to forget how to burn ketones for fuel. So it takes some time for the body to switch that thought pattern back on and learn how to burn ketones. So let me talk about my 90-day on-ramp. It's a 90-day program. It is metabolic health coaching and guiding people through step by step. So Gie's program, she's going to teach you how to use the technology for yourself. I'm going to hold your hand and walk you through the journey. We start out with an initial discovery session, which is a 1-hour session where we learn all about you, like what it is that you have going on. Are you on medications? Are you, what is your life story around food and eating? And why? The big thing is, why do you want this kind of a change? Why do you need a metabolic health change, right? So we learn all about you, and we help you determine what your own goals are. I don't tell you. I'm your coach. I'm here to cheer you on, back you up, but I'm not here to tell you what your goals are, right? So we're going to help you figure that out and think that through in that 1-hour discovery session. And then from there, we move into weekly group coaching sessions. We teach about physiology behind metabolic health. We teach about practical strategies to support the transition. We talk about food and eating. We talk about movement. We talk about all the different things. We even talk about fasting, for those who want to do fasting. So I'm also available for a minimum of a monthly one-on-one with me, your coach. And I also have another coach on my team as well. So if you're looking for a guy, I got a guy on my team as well, right? So you're going to meet one-on-one with your coach. If you need an ad hoc, like you're just struggling, you cannot figure out what to do, you can schedule a 30-minute ad hoc meeting with me at any time as well. So this also brings you into our private community. Gie just talked about it. We also have a group chat. And so we have the ability to connect, together whenever we need to. We are literally available to you 24/7. It's kind of crazy, right? So metabolic health is really rarely the result of any single decision. It's the result of consistent daily choices supported by knowledge, accountability, and community.
All
All
right.
right. Go ahead, G.
Yeah, let's go back to the grocery store. Cart 1, you have rice, potatoes, gravy, ketchup. You went down the snack aisle. That's the data that you're giving your body. Okay. And here is the message that you're sending it. I want you to spike. I want you to store the fat. I want you to inflame me. And then tomorrow, let's do it again. Is that not the results that you're getting? How's that working for you? Or we can do cart 2. We're going to put some beef, huh? We can get some, we can do it in a roast. We can get some oxtails. Come on now. We can,
Yes.
stop. You could do a steak. You could do burgers. You could do all of that. We're going to get some eggs. We're going to get some butter. We're going to get some salt, and we're going to get some water. Now, you write your memo to your body. What's the message now? I need you to stabilize. I need you to burn excess fat. I need you to repair what's broken inside of me. And then I need to rest so you can do all of it and repeat. Okay. Every time you put something into the cart at the store, you are sending instructions to your body. Food is information. And when you change the information, you change the outcome. Robyn, let them know what you have in store for Impact 2026.
All right, everybody. You need to get signed up to come to Kalamazoo, Michigan for Impact Meet Up and Eat Up with CarnivorousGrama and friends. This is a metabolic health symposium. It's going to be right here in Kalamazoo, Michigan on September 5th, 2026. You can go ahead and take your phone out and scan that QR code and get your tickets today for Impact. We got, as you can see, we have an amazing lineup. And more coming in all the time that are going to be here to talk to you about metabolic health. So we got some doctors, we got some nurses, we got some friends coming in. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have some good food. We're going to have a party, a dance party at the end, and just enjoy ourselves together on it's Labor Day weekend. So I hope to see you here in Kalamazoo for Impact 2026.
Yay! So listen, our information is down in the description. We will catch you next week. And let me tell you something. We have found some information. They've been knowing this for a long time. And next week, we're going to share with you how doctors was trying to talk about these carbs and all this other stuff over 100 years ago. Tune in. We'll see you.
Bye, everybody.